Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of New York Giants Full Access with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. And today we're going to be talking about the defensive line for the New York Giants, Mr. Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, and Abdul Carter, basically the edge rushers. Talk about what can I expect from these guys this upcoming season. This is New York Giants Full Access, so let's get into it.
New York Giants.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access. So, what can we expect from the New York Giants defensive line this season? Basically, I'm talking about the edge rushers and Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns. Like, what can we expect from those guys this year, man? Like, what what do we expect from these guys, man? Like, I want to know the fan base. That's why I'm doing these episodes. I want to know what the fan base thinks about these three guys. Can they be the monsters that we need them to be this season, especially with questions in our secondary as far as the cornerback two position? And will it be Cordell Flott or will it be Deontay Banks? Brian Dable's not giving up any information on that. He's not even giving up information on quarterback two. But what can we expect from our defensive line this year? So let me give you a little bit of what I think can happen this year. To be honest with you, I think they're going to be pretty doggone good, close to dominant. And the reason why I say that, man, I think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to take a leap this year. Let's start with Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau, a lot of people have been down on Kayvon Thibodeau because he's not a 15 to 16 sack guy. When we took him number 5 overall, I believe 3 years ago. I believe this will be his fourth year going into his fifth year option. I think the Giants have already picked that up, if I'm not mistaken. But I think he takes a leap this year, man. I think he's going to benefit from Abdul Carter being on the field, Dexter Lawrence being on the field, and Brian Burns. I think he's going to get a lot of pressure this year. I've been seeing him with his workouts, and I've been seeing him in preseason. He looks fast, he looks spry, and he looks stronger and leaner this year. And I just think that he's going to take a leap this year and produce 10 or more sacks this year. I do believe he's going to do that for us. And don't be surprised if he gets around that 12 to 13 sack moniker this year, because this guy here and Kayvon Thibodeau, this dude is about his brand, and not saying that he's not about football, so don't get it construed. This dude is about his brand. He wants to build himself as one of the top edge rushers in the league, and he wants the New York limelight on him. He's not scared of the New York lights, whether you want to believe that or not. He actually embraces it. And I think in this system, finally being in the system more than 1 year, I think I think he's going to do pretty well this year. Now, when it comes to Kayvon Thibodeau, will he be able to stop the run this year? Will he be able to hold that edge this year? That is a question that's going to be in the back of the minds of the team, of the fans, of the NFL. We have guys that can rush the passer, but do we have the guys that can hold up against the run? So let's just say we can hold up against the run. There's no question in my mind. I I don't believe that this guy could get double digit sacks this year. I think Kayvon Thibodeau takes that leap, and he's going to surprise a lot of fans this year and a lot of people in the NFL. I think Kayvon Thibodeau is going to be a very, very, very good player for us this year. and he's just turned it up, man. And he's gonna turn it up this year. And I'm gonna have a blast watching him this year. I mean, he's been doubted his whole career here, and I think he turns some of those doubters into believers this year. So we'll see. But let's get to Brian Burns. I think Brian Burns is gonna do the same thing. He's gonna get around that 10 to 11 sack mark. He's gonna cause pressure. He's gonna wreak havoc. He's gonna be all over the field. And with his aggressiveness, I don't think we're going to have the problems on third and long this year if we continuously get people in third and long this year with these three guys, especially Brian Burns coming off that edge, man. I think he's going to be an absolute monster coming off that edge. And him and Kayvon Thibodeau might get double-digit sacks apiece, man. I'm saying Kayvon Thibodeau 11 to 12, and I'm saying Brian Burns around 11 to 12. But I do believe they both get 10 plus sacks this year. And Brian Burns, he's a leader. He's a guy that gets people motivated, and he has some dogs around him this year that will be motivated with him to play with him out there on the field. And it's going to be a blast watching these guys. And then last but not least, it's going to be Abdul Carter, man. I think Abdul Carter, he has a chance to get there too. This is not fandom. This is not, Homer stuff. I really do believe that in this system, if you allow Abdul Carter to go in the middle with Dexter Lawrence and he's going against guards one-on-one, he is going to get the pressure to push the quarterback back into Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns. Who are you going to double team on this team? I know who you're going to double team. You're going to have to double team Dexter Lawrence. So Abdul Carter and Kayvon Thibodeau or Burns, each one of those guys, at least two of the three are going to get one-on-one battles every time they go in and try to get after the pass rusher. And so with Abdul Carter getting pressure up the middle, that hurts guys like Jaden Daniels in our divisional, where if you're trying to run to the outside, Brian Burns has the speed to keep up and get you. So does Kayvon Thibodeau. And if you stand there, Dexter Lawrence is going to get in there if you try to double team Abdul Carter and vice versa. So I expect these guys to get between the three of them at least 30 sacks. Between the three of them, I'm expecting those guys to get 30 sacks between the three of them. However they do it. Maybe Brian Burns goes for 16, Kayvon goes for 10, Abdul Carter gets 4, or vice versa. But I expect these guys to be very, very, very dominant this year and get after these quarterbacks if they can stop the run. That's the only kicker to this thing here. If they can stop the run, there's no reason why we can't lead the league in sacks. There's no reason why we can at least be top 5. Leading the league is high, but I do believe because we were leading the league last year. So with people like Kayvon Thibodeau, Burns, Abdul Carter, Dex, Drew Phillips, Nubin, the corners coming in on blitzes and everything, I expect this Giants pass rush to be very dominant if we can stop the run. But that's the thing we're going to have to worry about going into this season. Are the Giants going to be able to stop the run? We are going to have to wait and see. But I do believe we will have a good season on defense this year. And those guys will be a top defensive line this year. And Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns. I think we got some of the top edge rushers in the league, and I think that's going to work to our advantage if we stop the run. But that's been New York Giants full access today, man. Talking about our defensive line, our edge rushers, those three guys. I expect those three guys, man, to be absolutely dynamite this year. And we're going to have a lot of fun watching these three guys this season, man. So you guys, the season's getting ready to kick off this Sunday, man. We're going to be calling the game live here on the Aboriginal Sports Network and on my personal channel, Big Pat Sports Talk. This is New York Giants full access, man. This is your boy, Big Pat Sports Talk. Go check out KMP Productions, the official sponsor of the Aboriginal Sports Network, and channels like mine, Big Pat Sports Talk. Go check those guys out. If you have any production needs for your content, hit us up and we'll be right there for you. But until the next episode of New York Giants Full Access, y'all know what it is, man. Peace.